Okay, so I was supposed to record this video like last week, but then I ended up procrastinating it, and just last weekend I ended up on Netflix, and I was just bored, so I ended up watching this documentary called The Social Dilemma, and I haven't seen a piece that has been more impactful in my life than that very documentary. Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Ayman and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about social media, and I want to talk about the addiction that a lot of us have to it, and I want to figure out if we can see ways that we can break out of this. Apologies for the background noise, because as soon as we start recording, the neighbors decide it's time to start demolishing their house. I don't know. Anyways, so The Social Dilemma is basically a documentary that dives into how social media companies have created algorithms that basically hook you on and keep you hooked on and coming back for more. They've created algorithms which target parts of the brain which release certain hormones and certain chemicals that make you feel good and make you come back for more, which is somehow the same chemicals that are released when you take drugs or when you drink alcohol. So you can see how there's a problem with this. And it's not just one amazing marketing strategy. It is a lot of them together, because these algorithms, they change based on how you change. So for example, if one day you like football and the next day you want to see a lot of tennis, the algorithm will change and will stop giving you content that's related to football and will start giving you content that's related to tennis. Now, from a company perspective, from a computer science student perspective, this is insane for an algorithm to be able to do that. And it's crazy, it's amazing, it's beautiful. But from the humanitarian perspective, the kind of harm we're seeing coming from it, with mental health problems, with severe addiction, with lack of clarity because of how much stuff you're just constantly bombarded with, and the inability to create your own opinions just because there's so much coming your way. There's just so much wrong with what's going on right now. And as much as we want the big companies to change this so that we all have a better experience and not just an experience that shows us more ads, it's going to be difficult to get them to do so, because this is bringing them a lot of money, probably the best amount of money they can. Because if you look at it, tech companies, software companies are the ones that are dominating the Fortune 500s. They're the ones that are the biggest giants in the industry. So you can see how this is working well for them but not for us. And so for them to change, it would be ridiculously difficult. So the change has to come from us. We have to figure out how we can limit ourselves from this basically large-scale drug addiction that we all have, right? We have to figure out ways that we can control ourselves, because the algorithm's goal is to provide you as many ads as possible and to keep you coming back onto that page, while your goals may be different. You may want to go on Twitter or Instagram just to see your friends, or maybe a couple of tweets from a personality that you think of highly, but you'd end up down a rabbit hole. Maybe you've gone down the trending page, maybe you've checked on some other people's profile, maybe you've gone on the Reels tab and now you're just scrolling for 30 minutes straight. You're wasting your time. Now, how can you control yourself? The first thing that I did was just simply delete the social media apps, right? I mean, how much are you gaining from Instagram anyways? I mean, 90% of us just follow like a bunch of pages that we don't care about. We see photos of people we don't care about. We look at pages that are just showing off things that are unattainable to us, and really none of it makes any sense, right? We downloaded these apps to have connection with human beings, but that's also gone. So what are we doing anymore? Why do you need those apps? You just delete them. Now, when I did delete Instagram, I obviously had the problem of not being able to talk to my friends anymore. So there's a solution to this, and the app is called Threads. It's an Instagram developed app, so it works perfectly fine. Basically, you log in with your Instagram ID and password, and you basically get the exact same user interface as you would for DMs. So you have your people that you talk to, DM, your close friends list, and then you have your general people. And then you have a story section where you can see all the stories of people you follow and follow you back. And then you have a camera functionality, so you can send people photos. That's it. And it eliminates the whole addiction to the phone thing. Right? Another thing that I would recommend is using browser applications instead of phone applications. Right? With browser applications, there's only so much of data they can track. And why I'm saying this is because they use this data from your phone to alarm you, give you notifications at a certain point of the day. And that gives you the urge to check your phone again. Whereas on a web app, you kind of have to only go onto the website when you want to. So if you want to see someone's Instagram profile, you go on Instagram and you see their Instagram profile. You don't do it when Instagram tells you to go see someone's Instagram profile. And this brings me to my third point, turning off notifications. Now, initially, notifications can be really helpful for you to stop checking the app unnecessarily, but the way it's designed nowadays, it gives you notifications at points of interest, right? At times where it knows that you usually come back. So turn off your notifications, especially for stuff that's unimportant, right? So I have every app notifications turned off, except for Threads and WhatsApp. So I know when my friends message me, but apart from that, there's nothing else that the app can do to drag me into it. Now the last point is a bit of a weird one. It is to get real social connection. Leave the phone, leave Instagram, leave social media, call someone, FaceTime them, go on a Google Meet or some sort of a group meeting platform, talk with your friends like that. Don't use another screen, because whenever you go onto the screen, you're giving them opportunity for them to drag you into something. You're giving them an opportunity for you to be pulled in a direction that you don't want to be pulled in, right? Maybe I'm making it seem a little bit more evil than it is, but when you go on, for example, Instagram for DMing someone, you're suddenly going to see a notification that someone's live. Maybe you want to go see that. You're going to get a notification when someone likes your post, when someone tags you in a post, when someone gives you a follow request. And then you can see those buttons at the bottom that are calling out your name. Press me, come watch my reels. There's so much fun stuff over here. It never ends with that one conversation. You're going to get dragged on to something else. So go out, go meet your friends. Stay safe, of course, there's still a pandemic going on, but call your friends and check up on them and, interact with them in a realistic way. Don't just interact with them because of memes or stuff that you send each other. So yeah, that is my few tips on how you can limit your social media activity, and I've already told you why it's important to do so. Now, if anything of this was informative to you or you found it interesting, I will be making a podcast episode in which I talk in depth about what I feel about the social dilemma and what I feel about companies that are doing this, and maybe ways that we can help solve this issue. So make sure you check out the podcast, link in the description down below. But for the time being, that's all for now. My name is Ayman Khan. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and hopefully this is the last YouTube video you're watching before you end up in a rabbit hole. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.